Hello everyone. Today the third lesson of chapter 1 is beginning. Rich Dad lesson: why the rich pay less in taxes. 20 years ago, a few publishers criticized Rich Dad Poor Dad for disclosing how and why the rich pay less in taxes. One stated that the lesson was illegal. 10 years later, in 2007, President Barack Obama was running for re-election against former Governor Mitt Romney. When it was disclosed that President Obama paid approximately 30% of his income in taxes and Governor Romney paid less than 13% in taxes, Mitt Romney began the downhill slide that would cost him the election. Taxes again were a focal point in the 2016 US presidential election. Rather than find out how people like Mitt Romney and President Donald Trump pay less in taxes legally, the poor and middle class get angry. While President Trump promises to reduce taxes for the poor and middle class, the reality is the rich will always pay less in taxes. The reason the rich pay less in taxes goes back to Rich Dad's lesson number 1. That is, the rich don't work for money. As long as a person works for money, they will pay taxes. Even when presidential candidate Hillary Clinton was promising to raise the taxes on the rich, she was promising to raise the taxes on those with high incomes, people like doctors, actors, and lawyers, not the real rich. 20 years ago, although the Rich Dad Poor Dad was not an immediate success like the Beatles' Scent Papers album, Rich Dad Poor Dad did make the New York Times bestseller list by the year of 2000 and stayed on that list for nearly 7 years. Also in the year 2000, Orphan Winfrey called I Was an Orphan for the entire hour, and as they say, the rest is history. Rich Dad Poor Dad has become the number one personal finance book in history, with sales of the Rich Dad series of books estimated at nearly 40 million copies worldwide. Was there really a rich dad? Millions have asked. Was there really a rich dad? To answer that question, you can listen to Rich Dad's son, Mike, when he was a guest on the Rich Dad radio show. You can listen to that program by going on richardradio.com. Rich Dad Graduate School. Rich Dad Poor Dad was written as simply as possible so that almost everyone could understand my Rich Dad's lessons. For those who want to learn more as part of the 20-year celebration, I wrote Why the Rich Are Getting Richer, What is Financial Education Really? Why the Rich Are Getting Richer goes into greater, more specific detail on what Rich Dad really taught his son and me when it came to money and investing. Why the Rich Are Getting Richer is Rich Dad Poor Dad for graduate students. Is graduate school for rich dad student. A warning and an invitation. While I did my best to keep Why the Rich Are Getting Richer as simple as possible, what the rich really do is not easy to explain. What the rich really do requires real financial education not taught in our schools. I suggest reading Rich Dad Poor Dad first, then if you want to learn more why the rich are getting richer, maybe for you. Thank you for 20 great years to all our readers, past, present and future. All of us that the Rich Dad Company say thank you for 20 great years. It is our mission to elevate the financial well-being of humanity, and that starts with one life and one person at a time. So the chapter 1 is completed with all the 3 lessons. The previous lessons were already uploaded on my channel. You can go through my channel and listen to that. Thank you everyone. Hope you like and enjoyed this video. If you like and enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe.